All right, welcome back to the Hangout. Another episode, episode 7, I believe. It's January 9th. We weren't able to upload a video yesterday on Wednesday, because my dumbass did not press the record button. It was a great episode, but we're going to give you another good one here. We've spent a long time since we've been back. Lot has happened. We had New Year's, we had NFL ending, going in the wild card, and we had college football playoff get to the last four teams. Um, the biggest thing that happened at the uh, end of every year in the NFL is Black Monday, where they fire all the coaches, and it's kind of crazy to see who they leave out. There was some big surprises. I thought Gerard Mayo was going to get fired, but I didn't think it was going to be that early. And my other one biggest surprise was that the Jags fired Doug Peterson instead of also in keeping their GM, which was a little weird on my end. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think to me, Antonio Pierce was the biggest surprise to me. I thought they were going to
Hmm.
rock him a little longer. Uh,
Yeah.
I think he's done a good job with the team. He took him over as a mid-year guy. He came in mid-year, I think it was 2 years ago, and did go like decent with what he.
Hmm.
He's kind of been doing the same thing. He's just been working with what he's got. Obviously, he hasn't
He
has
hasn't
much
got the
to
yeah
go, but
yeah
I think uh, I think he can do it. I think he
yeah
was. I think he was the biggest surprise in my eyes. So.
yeah. Do you think? I feel like a lot of teams now are like doing 2 years and you're done. Like if you're not doing it, do you think it's too soon or do you think it's
I think some guy like again, it depends on where you like that whole like when Urban Meyer was the Jags coach, like that
Hmm.
he had to
Oh
go.
yeah, that was a shit
Like,
show. So
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like I think those some like and it's more on the GMs at that point too, is like
Hmm.
what did you expect like Gerard Mayo to do? Like you just went and got him the quarterback and you
Yeah.
have his best receiver was Sean Boot or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck his name
Well,
is,
see,
or
you don't even.
Lamar
Yeah,
Pop
exactly. Like,
Douglas.
yeah. So like, you don't like it
Kendrick
was a shit
Bourne,
show.
who's
Yeah.
like okay, like
I think the problem with Gerard Mayo was that his comments during the season, there was
yeah,
reports that there was anarchy basically because he wanted to keep starting Brissett, but the team wanted Drake May, and
yeah,
then he told the defense that they had no heart. That's the reason why they're playing bad. So I guess that's why. Also, I think I'm about done having all like let me know when a coach gets hired on these vacancies. Other than that, I don't want to know. All I have is Adam Schefter, Rossini, all the big names just saying Mike Vrabel interviewed here, Ben Johnson interviewed here, Aaron Glenn interviewed here.
I
Like
was
I
like
don't need to
looking at
know.
something. Yeah, I was like looking at something last night, and it was like a mass report of every single coach
Yeah,
that is interviewing at every like whatever team, and I'm like,
like
at least
it's
just like I don't care. Like if you give me the final three who make the final interview,
exactly.
like but I don't need to know like the first round that like
Mm.
Todd Monken's going to get the getting interviewed for the Bears job.
Yeah, exactly. Like or like Matt Nagy is going to see the Jets. Like, what are we talking about? No one
Yeah,
gives
like
a shit. No one cares. It's mostly on Zoom. Who gives a shit right now? So yeah, they need to settle down because I have like Adam Schefter and all them on my like Twitter feed, like pinned. So when they post something, I get it. So I'm at work and it's just like ding, ding, ding,
yeah.
ding. And I'm like, well, it's got to be something crazy happening. No, it's just fucking. I don't know, fucking D3 college coach is going to try and get an NFL job or some stupid shit like that. So let us know when this final three. Um, a lot more has happened in the NFL besides just firings. We're getting geared up for a wild card weekend. It's kind of bittersweet because we love the NFL and playoffs are the best, but you know it's going to come to an end. Um, with the teams left, I think we have a certain idea of who's going to win in the AFC and in the NFC. Out of those teams, who do you think has the most pressure ranked wise? I put down, I left out the Chiefs because I don't think they have
Yeah.
any pressure at all. But Between the Ravens, Bills, Eagles, and Lions, rank them on the most pressure in the playoffs this year, you think?
I would go Ravens
Mm-hmm.
first.
Yep.
Then I would say the Lions are two,
Gotcha. Yep.
Bills are three, Eagles are four. Here's why.
All right.
The Ravens, obviously, they need to prove that like Lamar can play in the playoffs,
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
especially now you add Derrick Henry. Like
Uh-huh.
you have the team to make do some damage. Like there's no more
Mm-hmm.
putting up 10 points in the playoffs. Like
Yep.
go score some points, go win some games. Um, Lions are two, obviously. With Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn both possibly leaving for head
Mm-hmm.
coaching spots. And I know Dan Campbell already came out and was like, if they both left, I understand, but if nobody wants them, they're welcome back here. Like,
Yeah.
but like if they are gone, like not that you have to restart, but those are two big pieces I think of that team that
Mm-hmm.
besides all the talent they have to like get the championship they want
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. Without a
Get over
doubt.
that. Get Pat. There's no Niners, no suit like
Yeah. There's nothing
us
standing in your way.
Niners. There's like then the Bills. I think like for McDermott, it's more just kind of can you get over that hump of finally beating the
You
Chiefs? Like
think you think he's on the hot seat if he doesn't?
I don't know. Like I it's hard to say that because like they also this is like their first full-time year with Joe Brady because he came in halfway through the season
Yeah.
last year
Yeah.
and
And they might lose him.
obviously and they might lose him already. And Brady's done a great job with
Yeah.
no receivers.
Yeah.
So
None at all.
I don't know if necessarily he'll be on the hot seat, but I think eventually it's like, when is enough enough? Like, when are
Yeah.
you done being content with just going to the AFC Championship or going to the divisional round and losing to the Chiefs, right?
Yeah. No, I get what you're
Are
saying.
you gonna let Andy Reid just beat you every single year and
Yeah.
Rolo? And then I have the Eagles last. They have proven to be just one of the better teams that like
Hmm.
most recent years. Like they're just always at the top right now, like kind of like the Bills. Like they're just always up there, but
Yeah.
and they already made their Super Bowl. Like I think the Ravens, the Bills, and the Lions, none of them have made it there yet. So like the Eagles at least have gotten there.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I like your order. I believe in all of them besides the Eagles and the Bills. I think that's a little bit switched. I think the only reason why I put the Eagles above the Bills is that the Bills, this was kind of like a throwaway season. So like they didn't, like you said, they didn't have any wide receivers. They don't have a good defense. They were supposed to be like down and out, a down year. Maybe next year they'll be better. But so I feel like how far they go, like I'm assuming that I think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. But even getting to a AFC Championship game, yeah, it's tough if you're probably gonna play the Chiefs and you're gonna lose to them again. But this season wasn't supposed to be that. You're supposed to have a shitty season, grinded out season, but they had a
Yeah.
great season. Um, and then with the Eagles, I think they're above because, like you said, this is the best Eagles team I've seen. Um, they are so phenomenal on the defense, have weapons on the offense, and I'm more swaying about the Eagles fans. They're a lot more volatile. They don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now, if the Eagles do not make the Super Bowl, they're coming for Sirianni's head for no fucking reason.
I agree.
It's every year, like even during the season, they're coming for Nick Sirianni and like saying like he's not a good coach, blah blah blah. People are already even saying it's the coordinators. That's why they're winning. Dude, he's the fucking head coach. He's
You can say
he's
that
has
about the Lions too.
Yeah, exactly. So like what are we talking about? He's getting that team wins and he's a good coach. I think he's in the top three win percentage out of all active coaches right now. So obviously the guy knows what he's fucking doing. So I just think the pressure for them is a little bit more than the Bills just because of the shithead fans. I think that's
Yeah.
right.
I
But
I think also for me too, like why the Eagles have they are a really young team still. They are
Yeah,
like that defense is all
they're
there's
still in
no
their window. Yeah.
yeah, like the Kobe Dean's probably one of the older
Hmm.
guys out there, like with the most experience besides some of the guys on the
Which is
like
crazy
the
to say.
Rams.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
'cause, like yeah, like Kobe Dean was like he's probably been in the league 4 years by like right around
Yeah, I think
now.
so. Yeah.
Their whole back
So.
end is like super young. Reed Blankenship, Quinyon Mitchell, DeJean. They're all younger guys. Like, and then on
Hmm.
the line, like Carter and Davis, and then
Yep.
what's his
They
face?
got
That
dogs
the kid
everywhere.
who just started playing this year. He was hurt last year. Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith. Yep. Yep. Yeah. They got dogs, young people all over the place. So I
A
don't
lot of
think
those
their
guys are
window's shut.
Georgia guys too.
Yeah. Yeah. All Georgia guys. Um, they just they're in their window. I think like I almost said Penn State because it's Pennsylvania. Um, Philly fans, even Penn State fans, they kind of like think that they're owed something and think that they're like dynasty makers. So they kind of like get real pissed when they lose, but they have nothing to complain about. So that's my take on the pressure in the playoffs. Speaking about playoffs, the wild card is starting this weekend. Super excited for it. Um, Saturday is the first game. Um, it's always seems like the Texans start off the first game, which is kind of a bummer because we said in a couple podcasts before we think they're a mediocre team. We think they're frauds, so it's kind of tough to start your first game off with them. But at least you get the Chargers. I believe in them. I think they can be a dark horse in the AFC. I think they can be real good, and the reason why, um, I think they play like they're a Midwest Northeast team in playoffs. Like remember when the Patriots back in the day would run the ball?
Yeah,
Like the Packers are still doing it now, running the ball when it's cold outside. They do the same thing, but they live in LA. With J.K. Dobbins and throw it when they need it with a all-star quarterback Justin Herbert. I don't think he gets the flowers that he deserves. Um, and I think the Texans they won last week, but they were on a losing streak before that. Ryans made his starters play last week because they played so shitty the game before. So I think it's bad news for the Texans, but I don't know.
yeah. I think I agree. I think like with Harbaugh out there too, he does a good job of like he controls games, like you kind of said, like
Yeah.
they'll run the ball and then they run it so and then they get all in all those like crazy I form sets and
Hmm.
three tight ends out there and then a fullback and they just run it, and then they open up that play action game a lot. Get Herbert moving. Herbert like I think that's like an underrated part of his game a lot is like his legs, and that's what kill. I think like
Hmm.
watching him play a lot is like his legs get when he gets his legs going, he like really becomes a threat. And then
Oh yeah.
obviously lads stepped up huge. Quentin Johnson's kind of like a hit or miss. Like we'll have a
Yeah.
good game, we'll have a bad game. But I think they're and then their defense obviously like they're the first in
Defense is
the league
nasty.
in like points per game or something.
Uh-huh.
Like they're really good and they had like a terrible defense like not even 2 years ago. Like I think 2 years ago and like last
Yeah.
year like
It,
came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
That
dude. Then
Minter knows what
hmm
he's doing for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean they're winning close games. Like all these close games they would have lost last year. Like they had that record where the Vikings won like all their close games and the Chargers lost all their
Yeah,
close games. So they're winning those close games and they like play the brand of football where like you'll be over like your family's house and your drunk uncle in the back would be like, "That's how football is supposed to be played. That's how they play." And that's how you have to get it done. And I think they're going to get it done on Saturday.
I think
Um,
yeah, exactly like how you said it. They find a way to get it done, and I think they're
uh-huh.
gonna do exactly the same. They'll be okay. I think the Texans just they got banged up a lot. Like I think Joe Mixon's gonna need to be relied on a lot, and I think they're gonna
Hmm.
have something drawn up to slow him down. And so
Yeah.
it's pretty much come down to can you get Nico Collins the ball with CJ Stroud being accurate, and
Yeah.
what's still not a
Well,
great O line for CJ,
yeah,
which
we
is I think
should.
a big part of the struggle for them offensively.
Hmm. He's having a sophomore slump, so I'm hoping he has a better season next year, but I think the Chargers might be too much. To save this card on Saturday, another interdivisional rival game coming up. The Steelers versus the Ravens. I'm excited for it. Like we said, we think the Ravens have the most pressure on them in playoffs because Lamar Jackson, man, he's people still like kind of discredit him. Like he is one of the best QBs in the NFL. He has the MVPs to show it, but he needs to win those playoff games. That's all they need to do. And to win this game, all you got to do is run the damn ball. Every year they're like, "Hey, try to throw for 500 yards with Lamar." Like, no, you have Derrick Henry. The dude does not break down. He's seems like he's 50 years old and can still run for 2,000 yards. He's he has the consistency. Run it behind him. The Steelers have been falling off, kind of like the Texans these last couple weeks. They seem like they're not together as a team. So I'm hoping the Ravens can pull it out for Lamar Jackson. The spread is like 9.5, I think. I don't know if it jumped up to 10. But yeah, I think the Ravens just need to stick behind running the ball. But what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think just like let Derek do his thing. He'll
Mm,
he'll let him carry you. Zay Flowers obviously got banged up too, but Bateman's
I
been good.
saw that. Yeah,
But then you still have like Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Don't try and like rip it down the field. Like
it's
wear
gonna be a
down the
big tight
Steelers,
ends game.
wear down the Steelers defense
Yeah.
because they're a strong part of their team and
Hmm.
make them go beat you with them on offense. Because the one game the
Yeah,
Steelers beat them was it was 18-16. It was a
slobber
all field,
knocker
it
of a
was a
game.
field goal fest. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing going on. So like I think that's the way to beat them. But I do have one play for this game.
Hmm.
Just want to check one thing here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping for a good game. I'm just hoping Lamar shows out, Derrick Henry shows out. I actually saw a report, I think like 10 minutes before we came downstairs. I think Zay Flowers is not playing.
He might not
So
be. He hurt his knee
I
pretty good.
like, yeah, no, like I think I was just watching ESPN. I think they just came out and said he's not playing on Saturday. So that's a big thing to look out for. But
This is
what do you-
like I think it's like I'm calling this a lock.
oh wow, we got a lock alert here. Lock alert with Cam
Steelers player George Pickens, 60 plus yards is plus 116.
plus money. You
Plus
think they're on
money.
the same page, bro?
I think so.
You think they're on the same
It's
page?
Russell Wilson can compete in the playoffs. He's gonna go out. They're gonna throw the ball like 30 times, and they're gonna put Fields in there. And I think Pickens is gonna go make some plays. Marlon Humphrey has been great though, but if they don't travel Humphreys, I think Wiggins can get a little exposed at corner, and I think
We'll
Pickens will
s-
have a good day. He didn't
we'll
play.
see.
He went for 90 yards on him one game, and he didn't play the second game. So
All right, so hey, you heard it here first. Plus money with
Pickens
Pickens. All right,
116, 60 plus
one.
yards.
All right, all right. I might have to dabble. We'll see what happens. I'll be driving down to Key West so
At that
we'll see
time,
what
yeah.
happens.
I'll have to have your
But
girlfriend place the bet for you.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully, I'm in a in a state that allows it. We'll see what happens. But um, after that, we have the Sunday games, which we think is the best slate, obviously. Here starting with the Broncos versus the Bills. We are big Bo believers here on this podcast. And if you're not a Bo believer, just switch off. Switch off. Don't listen. Don't listen to us. He is nasty. He's had a great season. But I think I think it's Josh Allen's season. There's something different about him this year. Not throwing interceptions, throwing a shit ton of touchdowns, catching touchdowns, running for touchdowns. He's Superman out there. So I think the Broncos have had a good season, and I think this is something that they can look back on. But I think the Bills are just way too much for them.
I agree. The only thing I think that'll save them is their defense somehow finding a way to stop Josh. But when
Mm,
you stop Josh, you still got to worry about James Cook, who's been really, really good this year. He had one touchdown last year. Now he has like 16 or something.
Yeah, no, they've been saving him too. They haven't
You know,
been playing him in the last couple weeks because they want him in playoffs. So he's a real good back. I don't know. The defense for the Broncos are just so damn good, but I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
I think it's just the Bills season. I think they're my Super Bowl winner, I think. So
That's your early Super Bowl pick?
that's my early Super Bowl pick is the Bills. I think it's gonna be Bills. My dream Super Bowl would be Bills Lions this year. That'd be it. That'd be electric down in
Rematch and
NOLA.
Bills win?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love that.
My dream Super Bowl right now, Bucks Broncos.
That'd be fucking insane, dude.
Bo Nix versus Baker Mayfield for
Your
the
two
Super
favorite
Bowl.
guys. Your two favorite
For the
guys.
Super Bowl.
Dude, who would you pick? Who would you pick?
I'd have to go Baker. I've been
Yeah.
OG to him.
Yeah, no, Baker's a dog. Baker's a
I would
dog.
have to go Baker. But yeah, I think like I don't know if the it's Sean Payton is I think could do something too, like help scheme up a lot, but
Mm,
I don't know, I think the might be a little too much here. I don't like how the
yeah,
spread's 8.5. Think
I
it'll be
don't either.
closer. I
Yeah, I
do
do
I
too.
was kind of looking at the over because I was like, if the Bills kind of like light up the Broncos D, which has happened to the Broncos in the past, I do think they could get into that like shootout situation though. So
Yeah.
over could be in play for me, but
Yeah. But that brings us to the next game, the Packers versus the Eagles. Like we said, this is like the best Eagles team we've seen in a while. And the Packers, they've been playing pretty shitty. They've been playing pretty shitty as of late. I think I haven't heard anything about Jalen Hurts though. That's a cause for concern about concussion protocol. We'll see what happens. I think he'll play because he's been off for like a week and a half, so he's got to be all right. But I think that defense for the Eagles are locking in at the right time, and Saquon's just a beast, dude. Like
yeah.
he just I think he's gonna be. I think as a competitor, I saw him interviewed talking about how he's not playing last game and about the record, and he seemed pissed about it. So I think that's fucking bad news for the Packers. I think he's gonna come out and just run for as many yards as he possibly can. But I'm excited. This
Yeah,
is an
I think
exciting
the
game.
Packers are just kind of banged up. I don't think their defense is too great. Like Jordan Love got hurt. I
Mhm.
think this game will be a blowout. I think the Eagles kind of handle them.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can see it. I can see it.
I think yeah, like even with well, my mind would probably be changed a little bit if Hurts doesn't play, but if
Hmm
Hurts plays, I think
Tanner
the
McKee's the dog. Tanner McKee's the dog, dude.
I don't know if they go blow out the Packers with Tanner McKee though.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
But with Hurts, I think they can. I think they'll handle the Packers pretty easily.
gotcha. Yeah, no,
That's
I
one
th
of
I
those.
think
So
so
I
too.
think I'm all gonna be all over the Eagles on Sunday.
Yeah, I think the Packers are kind of like limping into playoffs here. I don't think it's. And I don't know. I'm not sold on Jordan Love too. So
Well,
we'll
I don't
see
know
what
if
he
you
does.
saw it too last week, like who somebody was about to like lose, and then they started warming Jordan Love up because they were like, "Holy shit, we can like move up in seeding," and then it didn't
Yeah,
matter. I can't remember who
yeah,
that was supposed to
yeah. I
be.
forgot, but I saw it on my. I try to do the multiple screens. And I saw him trying to warm up Jordan Love. I'm
Yeah,
like, what the fuck are they doing, dude? But yeah, I think they're just like a broken dog. I think they're not gonna. I think they're gonna be limping into playoffs, and I don't think they're gonna get it done at all. And plus, Eagles playing at home, it's like they're unstoppable with those crazy ass fans. Speaking of Baker, the last game of the night, Commanders versus Bucks. We have Jay Daniels, the rookie. Commanders having a season that they weren't supposed to have, basically, and the Bucks just clawing away at that brutal NFC South, bro. Yeah, the hardest division in football. But we're Baker guys. Baker has had a great season. I love how he's having a reemergence um, after getting screwed by the Browns. I think Tampa's a great spot for him, and I think the guys really revolve around him and love him. And you can see how they play. And I think Todd Bowles, we were talking about it earlier. He fucking blitz a shit ton. And Jay Daniels is the rookie. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it in a playoff game with 90% blitz coming after him. But
Yeah, I think this game is I think this it like if the Eagles I think the Eagles might blow out the Packers. It could stay that game could stay. I think I am all in on the Bucks
this
going
is
in. Like the
the
spread
lock
is like
blowout.
3. I think they win this game by at least a touchdown, if not more.
All right.
I think the Bucks come out, they handle business. Like you said, Foles loves the blitz. He's gonna bring the heat at this guy, make Daniels make the correct reads.
Hmm.
Um, I think the Commanders also had a lot of luck, and I think the luck finally kind of runs out here.
Yeah.
And that defense, I don't know if they'll be able to stop the Bucks offense. They got a
Eh,
three-headed monster at running back. Those
they got
three,
dudes.
yep. And then obviously Mike Evans is really hard to stop.
Mm.
He's gonna go
I'm
beat the shit out of Marshawn Lattimore for
gonna-
set the
Beat the
tone
shit
for the
out of him.
Bucks.
Yeah, set the tone. Set the tone, brother. Set the tone. Yeah, no, we people forget about the Bucks beat the fucking Lions this year. Like they're a good team.
It was
Uh
early. It was like week
it
2, but
was early, but like still, like they came out and fucking punched him in the mouth. And like loved what the Commanders done. It was kind of like a throwaway season. You guys made playoffs. See you later. Go home. That's kind of how I feel about this.
yep.
But
I
the fight,
that's kind of where my head's at. I know the Commanders have the better record, but
yeah, yeah. So I think yeah, I'm just hoping for at least a good game, um, because they always seem to have a good game. They always seem to find each other in playoffs. So I'm hoping for a good one on that Sunday night. That leads us into Monday, the final game of Super Wild Card Weekend. The Vikings versus the Rams. Uh, I don't know. I really don't know. I've been swaying back and forth on this game. The Rams, they got a good defense. Matthew Stafford is a dog in playoffs. Their guys are healthy now. Puka's coming back. Cooper's going to be there. Kyron Williams is a dog. And Sam Darnold just turned back into a pumpkin against the Lions last Sunday. So I'm really, and they got to travel to LA. I don't know. I don't see it happening for the Vikings. I think the season ends now. Shout out Kevin O'Connell, all he's done, but I don't know, dude. I
yeah,
just don't know.
I'm sorry, JMO. You can. I hopefully they prove me wrong. I've been betting against them,
Yeah.
but I think their magical run ends too. I think the Rams are just going to come out and last week, obviously, the Lions proved how you can slow down the offense, and it's just
Hmm.
blitz your face off at them.
Uh-huh.
And I think McVay will do the exact same thing. They got studs all over the field. They're getting healthy at the right time. They didn't have to play anybody last week like the Vikings did. Now
Yep.
they got a bunch of guys on rest. And like I said, games in LA, it's a tough travel, but I think the Rams come out and win this game.
Yeah, so do I, man. Yeah, I'm hoping for another good game.
And
But I
Stafford
think
in the playoffs is Stafford's a good
he's
quarterback.
dude. Yeah, he's nasty. He's old, but he's nasty, man. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, so me and Cam, that was our Super Bowl playoff NFL playoff wild card preview of our games. We're kind of doing another betting kind of thing like we did for we're doing currently for the college football playoff, but this we're going to team up together. So Cam doesn't just whip my ass like he is in fucking college football right now. Um, we came up with the idea of having the NFL playoff winners ladder where we are both going to put in the same amount of money and pick winners of each round. After each game, if we win, we're going to take half that pot and put it on the next game and keep going so far as we can go. And at the end of the week, we'll put a little edit up showing you guys if we lost our money or we're gaining some money. Um, those those games we got the Chargers, Ravens, Bills, Eagles, Bucks. It's all been chalk until the last game, the Rams. Sorry, JMO, but we're going the Rams to sweeten the pot up a little bit. So that's our NFL playoff winners ladder. We'll send out an edit to show where we're at money wise for the next round. But that's what we're going to do for the NFL playoffs. All right. You want to get into some Q&As?
Let's do it.
Perfect, perfect. Like always, follow us on I have it on X and or Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and Instagram, the Hangout 1830. We post up like a couple days before we film to submit some Q&A questions. So we got some good feedback. Just keep DMing either each of us or on the actual Hangout uh, Instagram or X to get those questions through. So just keep bringing those in. All right. First question. uh, the Oklahoma drill. Between the both of us, who wins? And honestly, I don't know what this guy. I know the guy. We both know the guy. He's just trying to rile us up. But what in what world would we pick each other? I'm going myself. I'm running your ass over. That's what I'm doing. Doesn't matter if I'm on offense or defense. I'm running your ass over. That's what I'm
Dude,
doing.
I would dump you on your head.
No, hey, I'll give it to you. You're a fucking good fucking tackler, bro. But you ain't me in the hole, son. You ain't
Yeah,
me in the
I don't
hole.
need to. I
Nah,
just outrun you. I'll take you
nah,
right down the sideline.
bro. Okay,
I'll
you
give
think
you the.
it's not an Oklahoma drill like fucking 20 yards of fucking space. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're the fake Heisman. You're Travis Hunter. I'm fucking Ashton Genty, bitch. I'm
I ain't
running right
worried
over your
about you,
fucking
bro.
face. I'm running right over your fucking face.
Yeah,
That's
how
what I'm
much you
doing.
weigh again? Come
I
on.
weigh fucking 260. I'm at playing weight, dog.
I'll
I'm
put
in
you in
that
a spin
zero.
cycle. I'll put you in a
Nah,
spin cycle.
nah, nah. I'm
Spin
Vita
you right
Vea.
around.
I'm Vita Vea. I'm Vita Vea. I'm Goose. I'm fucking Goose. R.I.P. You know, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. That's what I would do. We got to do it. We got to do it and show everybody what's up. I'll leave you concussed, bro. I'll leave you concussed. That's what I'll do.
I'll fix that shoulder for you. I hit you so hard.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, bro. All right. But yeah, I don't know with this question. I like we're obviously gonna pick each other. Pick each ourselves, I mean. Next question. Are the Bengals just wasting Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase? I think yeah. I think like wasting let me retract what I said. I think they're wasting them, but not in the way that they should like trade them or send them to another team or do whatever. Uh, I think they need to give them help. Like they need help in the O line. They're losing T. Higgins. They need more guys to help out Jamar Chase to get open. They need fucking shit ton of help on that fucking defense. They just don't spend money. They have to walk across the like traffic coming on both ways to get to practice. Like, what are we doing? We're an NFL team. So yeah, I think they're kind of wasting them in that aspect where they need some kind of help or they're not going to make it back to the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah, I kind of disagree. I don't think they're wasting. Like I think it was just kind of an unlucky year for them. Like they lost
all right.
the game to the Chiefs on that like pass interference call.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had a missed field goal in overtime, which lost in that game. And like they've just had kind of an unlucky year. The defense obviously really struggled early in the year too, like giving up
So
like
bad.
points a game, like
Mm-hmm.
and they finally fired the DC.
Yep.
So I think obviously it's eventually will come time where it's like make or break for them, which I think is soon, but
I
I
think it's
think
next year.
I would say next year's probably it. Like obviously you got to hit the draft hard, go get a bunch, go try and sign some D guys, draft somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Either try to find a way to get T Higgins back, or if not, go get somebody, go get a free agent receiver that somebody that can help Jamar Chase so he doesn't get doubled every single game. Like you're gonna need that. I think
Yeah.
Chase Brown's good too, though. So I think they're in an okay spot for right now. I think they just gotta figure a couple things out.
Yeah, I think it might. I think it's make or break next year, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I feel bad for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They're both. I think Jamar is the leading in receiving yards, and Joe Burrow is the leading in passing yards, and they didn't even make playoffs. So it's kind of tough pill to swallow. But good question. Next question. As always, we don't always have to do sports questions. We can dial it back. We can talk about conspiracies. We can talk about a little bit of anything on this podcast. Next question is, do aliens exist? I'm gonna go with a hard yes. There's there was obviously the UFOs, drones in New Jersey a couple weeks ago. We have a bunch of other shit that's happening all over the globe. There's some shit going down. There's aliens among us. There's a shit ton of extraterrestrial life out there just watching and preying on us, I think. And if you don't
Yeah,
think that, there's something wrong with you.
I have something wrong with me then. I don't think it.
Dude, yeah, there's no way. There's no way in hell. There's nothing else out
And
there.
why haven't I watched my dog morph into anything yet?
Because your dog's not one of them. Your dog's not one of them. They're living among us. They're living among us.
They're
We got,
people. You're
they're
saying they're
people.
people.
Yeah, they're people. They're like Justin Trudeau and fucking
I'm just
Joe
gonna
Biden
start.
walking
I'm gonna
around
start walking around punching people in the face.
and seeing if they are.
What would their
Hey,
reaction be? Like, would a spark
hey,
fly out, or would it be like
no, they're gonna like snap their head at you
and just walk away?
and not have any reaction. That's what's gonna happen. Because I think they're so intelligent that they kind of like get their emotions out. They don't even fucking deal with it. They're like, whatever, man. And they keep walking. Like you see all these people walking around in like Times Square in like big populated cities. Like, there's no way they're all the same. I'm talking fucking cuckoo shit. There's no way they're all fucking just humans walking around, all in unison, just walking, walking, walking. There's got to be couple crazy motherfuckers out there that are aliens. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe we're in a Truman Show situation. Maybe we're in a simulation. I don't know. Maybe there's just a fucking people watching us on a TV show. Who knows? That fucking movie tripped me out. They showed me in like fucking fifth grade. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So now I believe in these conspiracies. So shout out to my fifth grade teachers. They really fucked me up. But yeah, no, I believe them. Obviously Cam doesn't. We'll see what happens. I think they're gonna come out soon. So prove you wrong.
And do what? Just hang out?
I don't know. Maybe tell us that we're doing shit wrong and we shouldn't be fighting all the time and shit like that. They showed up after they started seeing UFOs after we dropped the bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. That's
That's
when they
insane.
started.
Where were they
Yeah, no,
living
they
before
did. They
then?
did. No, they showed up. I'm telling you, there's fucking documents, dude, that you could. I'm sound like fucking Alex Jones over here.
You
They they
who?
they 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 have they have documents. I know it's true.
Where were
Call
they
me.
living? Where do they
They're
live?
out in space, dude. There's so
Just out in
much
space?
out in space doing whatever the fuck they want to do, dude.
When do they
Um,
drop in?
when shit's about to go sideways, like when we drop the nukes, they're like, holy shit, they're gonna fucking kill each other. And they drop in. That's what happened. And there's been people that worked at Area 51 that have come out and saw that they seen shit. I believe it. I believe it. And in the next couple years, we're gonna see it happen. And you're gonna be like, holy shit, Brian, you're right. So hopefully you're on the good side. But anyway, get off the crazy conspiracy shit. Um, Next question uh pisses me off a lot. Will Texas lose by two or more scores? I got two words. Fuck you. Those are my two words. Those are my two words. Like, it's gonna be a close game. We'll talk about it later. Texas is gonna win the game. They're underdogs. I know Ohio State has been fucking on fire. I'm telling you right now, Texas is winning the game. If I could put my life on it, I would. I would. That's how confident I feel. I think Quinn, it's his redemption story. He's going to come out and win the national championship this year. So, you know who you are that asked that question. My two words to you are fuck you. So, what do you think?
Yeah, they're gonna lose by 2 scores.
You know, fuck, see, okay, I'll send it to you too. Fuck you. Fuck you. No way it's gonna happen. For the viewers, we do have a side
Does
bet.
10 count as 2 scores?
I mean, technically it's two scores,
All right.
but
10 points.
bro, But when you say two scores, I think about touchdowns. But I will take the 10. They're not going to lose by 10. They're not. They're going to win, but they will if if there's any chance of them losing, which I don't think there is, they won't lose by they won't lose by 10. You're fucking smoking pot. There's no way.
We better hope it doesn't come down to field goals because I don't think Brent Auburn's making one.
No, he
That dude's gonna have
will.
a
He
big
will
poo poo in his
If
pants.
Sark doesn't fucking talk to him for 10 minutes before he goes kicks a fucking kick.
Gonna have a big poo
He
poo in his pants running out there. We're gonna see it on
nah,
those white uniforms.
I
Big
still
little
believe in him.
pinky
I
up.
still believe in him. I still believe in him. So
Have a nice
we'll see.
stinky
We'll see.
pants.
For the viewers, the 10 guys that are watching right now, maybe a girl, who knows? Uh, we do have a side bet. We have Ohio State fan. Um, Cam got in it as well to boost the morale for the Ohio State side. We got a pants
Kyle
beer.
and Jameson are supposed to pick sides here too.
Yeah, we're
And they,
shot.
if they
Hey,
don't, they're
yeah,
pussies.
yeah. Kyle and Jameson, I know you guys are listening. You guys are pussies if you don't pick a side. Anyways, the loser has to do a pants beer. If you don't know what a pants beer is, you're just pouring a good old beer down your pants. So I actually bought beer last night just in case. I'm gonna try and drink all of them before because I know I'm not gonna need them. But I bought the tall boys, so we'll see what happens. But Texas will win. Fuck you, whoever asked that question. Um, let's get more serious on this next question. You know, when it was the start of man, there was one question that comes out that Adam had to answer. When Adam and Eve came together, she posed him one question: tits or ass? Personally, I'm an ass guy, and if you're not an ass guy, you're wrong, just like the aliens. And I know where you're going. I know where you're
Hang
going.
on, hang on. First off, you think Eve was just walking around with a big old dump truck?
Yeah, probably. That's the way I want. I'll see it in the Old Testament or whatever.
All right. Yeah, I'm going tits.
Hey, I'm a big behind guy. I don't know. I like it a little bit more. Hey, if you're a tits guy, I think it's a little. I think that's maybe you have like an older mindset because that was like the 90s and the 80s. They were all about the tits. It's ass now, man. It's ass now.
Fucking on a
But
tit.
hey, hey, I'm gonna let you have your free choice, pick whatever you want. But maybe, who knows? Maybe Eve was running around with a dump truck. Who knows? But uh, next question and final question for us here. Should sports books void players getting injured mid-game? You want to take it first?
Yeah. So I guess my thought process to this question is I think if a guy plays meaningful, like plays more than, let's say, a quarter and a half, I think that for sports books, that is a fair line to say they can void a player getting hurt. Because if
Hmm.
a guy plays one or two drives and gets hurt and you have a prop bet on him, like the chances, especially in the NFL, of him coming back in are slim.
Yeah. Automatically losing money.
Yeah, like so I think it should get voided out. Would FanDuel probably or like sportsbooks probably lose a little bit more money? I don't know. Because even if the guy comes back, there's not even a chance he gets the ball thrown to him again or runs the ball
Yeah.
more.
Hmm.
Or like the other legs in your obviously if it's a single bet, you just get your money back. Like, all right, now I got to go try and win a different bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think if they
Yeah.
came up with like a way where like if it's super early in the game, it could be voided out. Kind of
I
how like
like that.
game like injuries or like
Oh
people get
yeah.
it out last minute, like same thing.
Hmm.
It'll get voided. So
No, I
that's
like that. No, I like that idea. I'm right there with you. Um, they already take enough of my money. Why take more when someone gets injured? Help a brother out. You're already
exactly
gonna. Even if I win, I'll just put it right back on something else and lose. So I'll go right back to him. So might as well help us out just a little bit, give us a little bit of hope. But uh, that was our Q&A section. As always, like I said before, DM us on the Hangout 1830, and we'll put your question in here and we'll answer it to the best of our abilities. So keep it up. We like the fan interaction. It's nice to get questions from you guys. The last bit of football that we have for this week, obviously, we have the college football playoff. I think it's been a great playoff. People have been kind of like still shitting on it, but you had Boise State honestly staying in the game with Penn State, which is great to see a Mountain West team still like get in there and make it a game. You obviously had Arizona State and Texas put on an absolute showdown. And it'll be games that people watch all the time for years to come. It was an instant classic. And then you obviously had Ohio State put on the best performance I've ever seen in a half of football against Oregon. And then to cap it off, you had Riley Leonard, uh, Notre Dame fighting Irish, Marcus Freeman putting on a coaching masterclass, out coaching Kirby Smart. So if you didn't like the games that were last week, I understand the first round there were blowouts, but this second round, you just don't like football. You don't like football if you didn't like it. But it's been a great playoff. Um, I think a lot of talk has been about the QBs, um, especially for different reasons. Like the Notre Dame Penn State game is kicking off tonight. Hopefully, we get this up before that. You have Riley Leonard and Drew Aller, which it's kind of like seems like it's whoever doesn't make a mistake. It's whoever doesn't make a mistake is going to win the game. And then you have Will Howard versus Quinn Ewers in the game on Friday, and it's whoever's going to make the most explosive plays is going to win that game. Out of those four QBs, how would you rank them?
Quinn, Will, Riley, Drew.
No explanation needed. I have the same thing. I have the same exact thing. I think Quinn showed up at like even though Will Howard has had phenomenal halves and phenomenal games, he hasn't really had to show in pressure moments. So I think that's what Quinn has over him, maybe as of right now, with that 4th and 13 and scoring right after that. Um, Riley Leonard just doesn't make mistakes at all. Like he only throws 90 yards against Georgia, but they still win the game. Um, and then we're just big ass Penn State haters. So I don't think Drew Aller's that good, but
I
I'm
mean,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing when I watch him play, but I don't. And then I'm seeing him like being a first round pick in the NFL, and I'm like, dude, I don't understand what's going on with this guy because he does not look like a good quarterback to me in my eyes. I
I
think
just don't see it.
obviously Riley Leonard, I think falls on this list because of his arm and his
Yeah.
arm talent, obviously, where Will and Quinn have that. I think
hmm
Will is good with his legs and good with his arm, but Quinn's arm talent is really, really tough to beat. That he's got a good arm on him, and
Yeah.
he does make a lot of good decisions with the football. Usually, obviously, he'll throw a pick. Like he can really let it loose.
Yeah.
So
No. We're in agreement here, man. Um, let's just get right into the games. We already talked about it. Notre Dame versus Penn State. Um, it's tonight at 7:30. It's going to be a defense of shit show. That's what it's going to be. Just fucking slobber knocker all the way through. Like I said before, I really think it comes down to who doesn't make a mistake. And I think Drew Aller is more deceptive on making a mistake, especially with their OC kind of wants to do fuck shit all the time. So, and Notre Dame's defense is a team that you do not do fuck shit against, but they're going to do something stupid with Tyler Warren. There's going to be a pick, and it's going to be a crucial play in the game, and then Notre Dame's going to get ahead, and they never lose when they're ahead. So that's what I think about that.
what like I've talked about it on here before. I think Notre Dame's got the best defense in the country. I had them number one. I
Uh-huh.
think they improved it, held Georgia to 13 points,
Yep.
handled them. I think the same thing. They're just going to come out here and just manhandle Penn State defensively. And
hmm
then I do think Notre Dame is going to be able to put up points. Notre Dame does let teams throw the ball on them. They're good at stopping the run. They can stop the run for sure.
Yeah.
But I think Notre Dame, like this is where I think it comes into play. Is like Riley Leonard doesn't have the best arm, but he could put it in the right spots
Yeah,
usually.
he makes plays. Yeah.
And not only that, like for Penn State, like Kevin Jennings was kind of more of like he was like a good quarterback, but they like struggled a little bit. Like this team, like you
Hmm.
said, like their quarterback run plays are like they run Q power great, they run Q counter even better. Like
Yeah.
then if they're not running that, you still have Jeremiah Love to try and stop, and he's an animal. He's been on a rep count because he's been sick,
Yeah.
and he was on the rep count for the past 2 weeks. So now he's
Uh-huh.
finally getting him healthy for this.
Yeah,
Obviously,
no.
you said you saw something about the team might have the flu, but I
Yeah,
think
I
they'll
did see that. Kind of scary, but I think if anything, I think those Irish Catholics could get it done. But yeah, they have a three-headed monster in the backfield. They have Jeremiah Love. They have that other running back that showed up against Georgia. He was up there obviously all year. I think it's Price is his last name, I believe.
Branch. I
I
think
might.
Jadarian
Oh,
Branch.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. But and then you have Riley Leonard. Like he's just unstoppable running the ball. And he makes plays. I don't know the
Quick too.
slander. What was
He's
that?
he's quick. He's like
Yeah,
deceptively fast.
he's a big, quick guy, which is
Darian
just so
Price.
hard at
Darian
Jadarian
Price.
Price. Okay, so we were both almost
Oh,
there.
actually, Jeremiah Love. Oh yeah, Jadarian Price is actually
The
fa
starter.
higher to score a touchdown than Jeremiah Love
Yeah,
is.
because I think Jeremiah Love messed up his knee in the last game. He had a brace on it, but I think he'll be all right. I just don't know. I don't get everybody shitting on Riley Leonard. Like I get his arm's not that good, but he's a great game manager. He like just wins games, doesn't make mistakes. They play like an NFL team. They play like an NFL team. So, and obviously we saw Morgan Freeman, Morgan Freeman, yeah, Morgan Freeman, Marcus Freeman put Kirby Smart's head in a fucking blender last week. So I don't think it'll be that hard to put James Franklin's dumbass in a fucking blender. So
I don't know. Like watching that game too. There's this one receiver, Jordan Fiazon. He
yeah, the
had
lacrosse kid, yeah.
he's plus 340. I took him to score a touchdown tonight.
All right, you heard it here. Put him in. Book it. Book it. But yeah,
Like I
that's
said,
our
I think
review.
especially towards that red zone, kind of like what they did to Georgia right before the half.
Yep.
Pound in the run, hit a little
Boom.
dinker right over,
Yeah,
a little glance route right over middle of the
yeah.
field.
And once Notre Dame gets a lead, I they don't lose it. So we'll see what happens. You got a score prediction? I got one locked up.
I'll go 24, 24-10 Notre Dame.
All right. I got 21-10. So I got 21-10 Notre Dame. So basically the same spot there. To preview the next game, we got Texas and Ohio State playing on Friday. I am nervous for it, obviously. I'm a Texas fan, but well, like you're nervous going into every game. So we'll see what happens. I'm also driving down to Key West the morning after. So it's either going to be a great 27-hour drive or a terrible 27-hour drive. So I'm hoping for a great one. I mean, I know Ohio State has dogs all over the field. Like they have first round talent everywhere. But I just think our back end defense is going to match up well. I think they are. And I know Jeremiah Smith is so good. Like I'm not saying we're going to lock him down. But dude, I don't think he's going to be running all over the field like he has been in these last couple games. Every team that they've played, like yes, they played Penn State. I think I think Texas back end is better than Penn State's back end. They haven't played a back end like we have. So we'll see what happens. I think Texas is gonna get back to running the ball well. They never had a game where they went back to back games running the ball poorly. I know that Ohio State defense is good. I kind of think this is like the national championship though. So we'll see what happens. I think Quinn has a lot to prove. He obviously, I'm getting a bunch of bunch of edits on my Instagram of him losing last year. But I think he has that in the back of his mind. With that, everyone talking about Arch, I think he's like, fuck you. He's on a fuck you tour. He's going back out there and he's going to win this game. He's going to lead us to the national championship. So, and he's going to go down in Longhorns history as one of the greats. So that's what I think. But
Yeah, I'm all over Ohio State. The
well, you're dumb. You're
spread's
going to
set
lose
at,
money.
the spread's set at 5.5 for a reason. The sports books are getting the world to bet Texas, hammer Texas, hammer Texas, hammer Texas. And then here comes the fucking machine,
Yeah, keep
well-oiled
talking.
machine of Ohio State.
Keep
Here they
talking.
come, rolling into Arlington, Texas. A home game for the Longhorns, too. A home game, and they're going to get blown out.
You know what? To talk about your fucking spread talk, it went up to 6. All right. It went up to 6. But you're
Because
saying
everybody's
that
happy.
no, you're fucking wrong. Not everyone's fucking betting on Texas. I have the numbers right here, bitch.
Yep.
Fucking Ohio State -6, the spread, the percentage of bets placed on DraftKings Sportsbook, 80% is on Ohio State. No one is picking fucking Texas. They're gonna fucking win, bro. They're gonna win. I
Then
put
America's going to make money.
dude, wrong. You're fucking wrong, dude. I'm telling you. There's just something about this Texas team. They are going to get the job done. Ryan Day, at the end of the day, he has slip ups. He fucking goes into a Vietnam flashback when he's on that fucking sideline when shit's going bad. And it's going to go bad for all fucking 4 quarters. You have all these fucking talking heads coming out and I know you're grinning underneath the fucking screen, asshole. That you have all these talking heads out there talking shit, saying Texas ain't this, Texas ain't that. Well, we'll see what Texas is about on fucking Friday night. We'll see, and stay posted. I might have a little pregame pregame pep talk on the socials, maybe a little halftime update, and obviously a celebration after the game. And I'm gonna be glad to see you do a pants beer. All right, that's what's gonna
Here, I'll
happen.
make
That's
you one better too. If Ohio State loses, I'll allow you to post the pants beer video on the Hangout page.
All right. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. And if it's just fair, I'll put my ass on the line. You can post the fucking pants beer me on fucking the Hangout 1830. That's all our 10 listeners. That's where it'll be up. So it's going to be pure cinema. And it's going to be this guy winning. This guy winning. We have the safeties. We have the corners to slow down Ohio State. We have the defense for it. I'm telling you right now.
Jeremiah Smith is the best football player in the country.
I don't care. I don't
That old
care.
Chip Kelly's gonna be like, here we go, number 4, get him the ball, let him take over. And Janob Aaron's gonna be fucking chasing him around the field like an idiot. And
No,
boom,
no, I don't even think he's.
touchdown,
I think
touchdown, touchdown.
our corners are so well. We're not going to trail them. We're not going to trail them. We're going to have Jade on one side of the field, and I have trust in Muhammad to lock him down on the other side. That's
You
how
don't
much
need
trust
to
I have.
trail him because he's just gonna be running by you.
No, he's not, bro. No. Oh
Yes.
my God, I am ready for this. I wish.
And
I
then
kind of
who?
wish it was
Michael
tonight.
Taft's gonna contest him in a jump ball.
No,
Michael Taft's
no.
gonna have Jeremiah Smith's nuts hanging on his head.
Okay, all right. You're being disrespectful, dude. You're being disrespectful, not only to Taft, but white guys that play defense in the back end. That's what you're doing right
I'm
now.
not saying anything about Michael Taft here. I'm just saying it's
No,
Jeremiah
I'm
Smith.
telling Michael Taft is one of the best safeties in the nation. Maybe top three. You can't tell me no. You can't tell me no. He is. He is, without a
No, he's
doubt.
not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And
Xavier
then we have
Watts, uh, Malachi Starks, Caleb Downs.
okay, maybe top
All
five.
three of those guys are better than him.
I don't know about Malachi Starks. I don't know about. I don't know. I don't. We'll see. But I like Taft. I have confidence in him. I have fucking Barron. I have fucking Muhammad, and then I have fucking Makuba.
I do like
Makuba
Makuga.
is
That dude flies
dirty.
around.
Is
That dude flies
dirty.
around.
So yeah. So you better watch out. I am calling it right now. 2 picks for Will Howard. He's gonna goof in this game. Also,
How many for Quinn?
0.
You think he
Zero.
throws none?
None. He's gonna have a perfect game.
All right. I
He's
like
gonna
it.
have a perfect game. I have trust in Quinn. He's three. Three man's gonna get us the national championship. That's what's gonna happen. Also, fun fact, Will Howard, he's a fifth year. He's 0-4 against Texas. He was
Yeah,
playing.
for Kansas State.
I don't care. I don't care. That lives in your mind. He already came out and said, "Oh yeah, the only team I never beat in the Big 12 is Texas." So he's already thinking in the back of his head. And what do these fucking Ohio State people do when they're think about other teams too much? Oh yeah, ask Michigan. They get their fucking ass whooped. That's what happens. So yeah, I'm talking a little crazy, but Texas money line, book it. All the winnings that I make tonight on the under for Notre Dame, that's my play. That's my play. 45 and a half under Notre Dame, Penn State. I'm putting all that, and I might even double it and put it on the fucking money line. That's what's going to happen. So I'm going to be a rich man and a happy man while I'm just driving down to Key West. I'm gonna be like, all right, here we go. And I'm gonna be like, hey babe, can you show me that video of Cam again? Can you show me that video of Cam pouring that fucking beer down his fucking pants? That's what's gonna happen. So that's what. Yeah, I don't know. This is big too. This is big too because it's for our winners pick 'em. So.
Yep, the pick'em comes down to that game. It keeps you alive, or I win it right then and there.
Yeah, and for people that I know that was a long rant, but had to got a little ramped up talking about Texas. But for people that need an update, Cam is whooping my ass in the winners pick'em for college football playoff. He leads 9-4. Like he said, we both pick Notre Dame because Penn State sucks, so that does nothing for us. And I'm picking Texas. He picks Ohio State. It comes down to that. I need to win, so I'm not out there freezing my ass off doing 12 300s, drinking a beer after every single one. So we'll see what happens. May the best man win. I'm hoping there's a fight. I'm hoping there's a fight until the national championship. But that's the update for that. Cam's picking Notre Dame. I'm picking Notre Dame. He's picking Ohio State. I'm picking Texas. We'll see what happens, brother. We'll see what happens. But you want to do winners, losers, and suckers to wrap up?
Sure,
All right. You want to go or you want me to go?
I can go first.
Yeah.
All right, so winners, I got saunas.
Yep.
Love saunas. They're great for you. I also got my hands on a sauna like sleeping bag thing.
Yep.
Great. Don't have to sit long in it, or you can sit long in it, but your head's out so you can like breathe the whole time. They're
And that
fantastic. Love it.
it's a cheat code. Cheat code.
Losers, I got SEC football. They're just not as dominant. Like their conference doesn't rank as high, I think, anymore with obviously
Hmm.
NIL. And this playoff kind of showed it with only one. They had three teams in it, and only one of them made it this far so far. Made it to the semis when they could have technically had three playing right now. But
Yep.
and then sucker, I got any college basketball team that thinks they can win March Madness right now.
Hmm.
Because 2 nights ago, the number one team in the country who hadn't had a loss all year lost by 30 points. So
Yeah.
anybody's game.
It's a
Number
Wild
nine team in
West.
the country lost last night.
Yeah. It's
Alex
wild.
Caravan looked a little drunk last night, but
Yeah, I haven't watched much, but the scores like checking the day after. It's been fucking wild. I can't wait until March. We'll see what happens. Good winners, losers, and suckers. My winners are Derrick Rose, obviously because he got his jersey raised in the rafters. Well, it's not tech. I read up on it. It's not technically raised yet. They're going to the Bulls in pure Bulls fashion. Obviously, they're a shit franchise right now. They're going to have another day next year where they actually put it up. So they haven't put it up yet. They just had a Derrick Rose night, and then they just announced that they will be putting it up. So next year, check out for Derrick Rose's jersey to rise up there. But he was the man, dude. He was the man back in the day. Um, I had two winners. The PWHL. What the hell?
oh, sorry, I was just doing something.
What are you doing, bro?
Fix this.
Close the fucking
There.
whiteboard, dickhead. All right, well, there we go. My
PWHL. Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
PWHL. For you guys that don't know, not hockey lovers, I watch every game. I'm a diehard. I'm a diehard. The Professional Women's Hockey League. They have figured out how to stop tanking. They have a non-tanking rule where once you get mathematically eliminated from playoffs, instead of just keeping the suck going on and getting the first pick in the draft, you start winning games, you gain points to get into the into the first pick in the draft. I like it. We'll see what happens in the first year of it. It's kind of crazy that a small league like this is trying it first and not big brains in the NFL and the MLB and all those kind of things fucking figured it out before then. But I think it's a good thing. I think maybe the NFL should try it because then we don't have these fucking month of football where some games do not matter at all, and you have like the Giants playing the Raiders, and you just see who loses. So I like that idea. We'll see what happens. Uh, my losers, I got two. I originally had one, but I am putting myself on loser. We filmed a great podcast last night, and my dumbass, it was too long of a break, never pressed record. So we got off. I went to my files, no fucking file in sight. So there's that. So we're back here. That's how much we love our 10 viewers. We came back and filmed it again tonight. So there we go. I'm a loser this week. My other loser, some may call me a hot dog connoisseur. I am a boiled hot dog kind of guy. North Korea just banned hot dogs. No one in North Korea can ever have the satisfaction of eating a ballpark Frank, which sucks. It just down cold stone sucks. So I love hot dogs. I wouldn't live in North Korea for other reasons, but that's one of the reasons up there. I think I put that pretty high. Hot dogs need are essential to a human consumption. Suckers, everyone heard about it. FS1, FS1, Fox Sports. They've had a terrible run this last week. If you haven't heard, you're living under a rock. Skip Bayless is over here offering 1.5 million to have sex with him. Crazy, wild move by Skip. He's a crazy bastard. Then you had in the same what's it called? Loss shit. Same case came out astray for Joy Taylor. Sweetheart Joy Taylor. I guess she's been banging a bunch of dudes allegedly, which she just catches strays back and forth, which sucks to see. But uh, she apparently had sex with Emmanuel Acho, that little goober. Fucking posted videos of him smelling his fingers, talking about Joy Taylor. Really weird. And then he deleted it right after the news broke. Little suspect there, Acho. But they're chugging along. They're still having their show. Off that, I know we talked about it last night when we filmed, but Jason Whitlock, I don't know if you were able to see the video after. Just he used to work for FS1. He's just an old, ugly fuck, fat dude. And he was like, well, I know Joy and that peanut butter skin of her and that big rack that she just flaunts around. And I mean big rack. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of. And
Oh,
that's just a sorry, like how horny you got to be, brother. How horny you got to be to say something like that and put it on a podcast. It's like the saddest way to be like, I don't really fuck, I don't have sex, but I'm going to say it on this podcast and say, hey, I could have if I had the opportunity. So I
yep.
stayed away. So I stayed away. So shout out Jason Whitlock too. He's a sucker. He even I don't know if you saw the podcast the next day. He had edits right next to his head like this of uh instead of Bone Thugs and Harmony, it said Boob Thugs and Harmony, and it had a picture of Joy Taylor, and then the other one had uh a bra picture
Oh,
with peanut butter in the in the bra. So it's been a while, a couple days for the internet and sports commenters. So that is my winners, losers, and suckers. You got anything else?
I'm good.
All right, so yeah, we wrap up this podcast. Um, I'll be better and press record next time. Um, we will be posting on Wednesdays for here on out. Good luck to everyone with their bets. Stay posted with the Hangout 1830. Watch out for those pants beers. Watch out for our bets. Cam might be posting some super wild card props on there as well. So just stay posted with that, stay interacted, and we'll catch you next Wednesday. See you guys.